Today we're talking about travel accessories. Let's get into it. So travel accessories are, well, like the title says, they're the small things that you take with you that make your traveling easier. Now that can be by plane, train, automobile, however you're doing it, but the top 5 this year are items that have really improved travel and really made it more streamlined and just generally been useful. So we're going to go through those top 5 and then pick out a winner. Let us know after the video which one would be your favorite. First up is the Airfly Pro Deluxe from 12 South. Now 12 South are a fantastic company. I've been a big fan of theirs for years as an Apple user, and they do a few things really well. One, they're problem-solving products always. They're never just made for the sake of doing stuff. They've always been products that really just streamline things, address an issue and do it well. And in true Apple style, they look very similar. You know, if you saw an Apple logo on these products, you would not be surprised. And this is the Airfly Deluxe. Comes in a great little carrying case. And what it is a Bluetooth transmitter. Now we'll get to that in a moment, but you can see in here as well, you have an adapter for planes, and then you also have, if I can pull it out, your little charging cable here, USB-C. So this is great because it basically makes any airplane, you can use your own wireless headphones with them. So whether you're using AirPods Max, AirPod Pro, you know, or any other wireless headphones, you can use this little transmitter. You can see it there. Can transmit, and you pair with it, and then you can listen freely. This also actually works for cars, you know, for traditional aux inputs, and it's just a really streamlined, great way of making sure you can enjoy media wherever you go. It charges by USB-C, so it's modern proof, you know, for a good while. And this is the kind of the top level version. There is also like just a standard Airfly, which I think is about $30. This comes in at $65. There's a mid-range version around $50, and then this one with the adapter $65. And it's just a really neat bit of tech. I love it. It takes up no space at all in my tech kit, and it's worth having. And like I say, easy to charge, easy to use, quick pairing, everything that you want from a tech gadget. I love how neat and tidy it is, particularly in its little pouch. You know, this just slides nicely into the back of one of my tech kits, or just into the top of a backpack, and you'd never know it's there. Next up is the Matador Betalock carabiner. Now this is really neat. It looks simple, but it offers so much. You know, it looks like a standard carabiner, but really it's a lot more than that. Firstly, you can lock it. Secondly, it's super lightweight. Like, I can't really kind of tell you through video, but you know, it's barely putting an indent on my hand. And it's just a really nice clean design. The shape is kind of a little bit easier to use. I kind of like that. I was surprised by that in testing. And like I say, it comes with a set of 2 keys, so you can lock this for your travels, for whether it's, you know, adding something, just a daily use carabiner, or whether you're adding a bit of security to your bag or where you're hanging it. And if you really want to, you can pair it with this cable, so you know you can use these two together in tandem. Maybe it's for locking luggage to a chair when you're in a European city. Maybe it's for stashing something on the back of your motorbike when you're traveling. Maybe it's for kind of locking up a bigger duffel that you check at the airport unexpectedly. It's one of those tools that you don't really know you need it until you have it, but it's proven itself useful on a few occasions, you know, whether you're just leaving something unattended for a little while, or you just want a little bit more security. TSA compliant, comes in a whole range of colors, super lightweight, and a really versatile accessory to add to your kit. Next up is the Infinity tool from MODL. Now this has become one of my surprise bits of carryover testing. It's just a really useful tool. These silicone bands can do anything you want them to do. So firstly, they come in 2 sizes. We've got an 8-inch and a 16-inch. They come in a whole range of colors too. Silicone, super strong. Each one can hold up to 70 pounds, which is really quite a significant amount. And as we get into in a moment, you know, the strength can be multiplied. The more you add together, you add 2 together, that's 140 pounds, that's 3, 210 pounds, and so on and so forth. They're not designed for carrying people, but pretty much everything else. I've used these so much. I've used them for attaching dirty clothes to the outside of a bag, you know, when I've been out with my daughter. I've used them when I've been camping, you know, with some of the accessories here, like the hook. You know, you can make your own washing line as you go. You can use them to attach the helmet to a backpack. You can use them in a whole array of, if you go on their Instagram, you'll see an incredible array of situations people use these in, from, you know, creating their own little systems. You know, you can see with these different studs that you use, this one's a stacking stud, you can kind of create a whole multitude of combinations that can work. You know, I actually saw one which I really like. Maybe it's being a dad right now, but someone had rigged up so that they could hang their iPad from this so the kids wouldn't argue in the car, which I thought was really ingenious. They're just so useful because they take up no space at all. You know, when I travel with them, I usually travel with them stacked like this. I'll stack and then I'll stack another few. I usually take like 3 or 4 with me. I've used them to attach water bladders in my ruck. I've used them, like I say, as a clothesline when I've been camping. It's just a really ingenious problem-solving product, and that's why it's getting a highly commended from us here. This is a really simple way to upgrade your carry and a perfect travel accessory. Next up is this little beauty from our friends at Matador again. So this is a sleep mask, but it's not any sleep mask. Firstly, again, it's so lightweight. Like I wish there was a way to kind of really show you, because you know, I think this would barely make an imprint on the scales even. I sometimes forget I have it, I do that panic. But anyway, it's a really excellent sleep mask that pulls out. It's a really nice puffy lining, so it's not too heavy on your face, and really comfortable, very breathable. I've really enjoyed traveling with this, and not just on planes. I mean, sometimes, you know, you go to an Airbnb or whatever, and you know, maybe there's more light in the room than you used to. This is a really great little sleep mask. Got a wonderfully soft microfiber lining here, which, like I say, doesn't get you sweaty, doesn't get you too hot or anything, and I find it very comfortable to sleep in on those places where I've really needed to kind of get a full night's sleep. There's no kind of cups rubbing or anything like that. Super easy to use, great design as always. You know, Velcro tab here that doesn't get in the way. But one of the other ingenious things, you saw me unpack it, which I think is great, but just in here at the top, you've got a spot for 2 earplugs. Now, if I can pop this open for you, you can see 2 earplugs in there. Now, these are the ones that come provided with it that I found absolutely adequate. You know, you might like your own, but there's plenty of room there to fit those in. So yeah, it's just a great, clean product. Really love how easy it is to use, and I love how quickly and easily this packs away. Doesn't require any real skill or effort. You can just roll over the top there so you don't lose your earplugs, and as always, the little pat, and you're good to go. If you look at it compared to the Airfly, it's a very small bit of kit, and that is why it's earned our highly commended award. Now, sometimes accessories kind of get a bit ignored on a design front. Not here. This is the 12 South Butterfly, and I love this thing. It is such a fantastic bit of kit. It's so well designed, and it's a really, really ingenious addition to your travel system, particularly if you're an Apple user. So firstly, construction. This is aluminium. It's got a leather band here. It's fantastically well made. It does come with a travel pouch too. I don't really use that. I put it in my own kind of kit, but it does come with a nice microfiber pouch. And then you have a MagSafe charging here, and you have an Apple Watch charger here that pops up. And what's clever about this is this kind of does a bit of everything. So you've got, it comes on your nightstand, you know, you can stick your phone on there, you know, it connects, clicks like it should, okay, or your headphones or whatever it is, and then your Apple Watch here, and you can have it in the flat mode, or you can have it in that nightstand mode, whichever you prefer. It's just a really clean bit of design. It means I only have to take one cable, the USB-C, charges at full speed that you would expect from Qi charging, and then the other thing is it works in a few different ways. So let's say I'm not using, I just need to use it to my phone. I can use it as a stand for my phone as well. Okay, so I can watch something perhaps when I'm in bed. It's just such elegant design. It feels premium. It looks good. It works so well. It's so small, you know, it's the size of an Oreo really, and maybe a double stuffed Oreo, but an Oreo nonetheless. And I think this is the kind of product that shows how good design makes a difference. You can see it's elegant, it's well thought out. It really makes a difference to my traveling too, you know, not having to take an extra cable, like, might not seem like a big deal, but when you're suddenly taking something that can do the role of 3 things rather than just 1, that really cleans things up. It also comes in the box with a full international adapter set, so I love that. That's what I keep in the microfiber pouch. Actually, I keep the extra adapters. You know, I was just in Australia recently and I took the Australia adapter, okay, and when I go to Europe, you know, next year I'll be taking the European adapter with me. It's a really useful bit of kit. For me, this is the one that has changed the way I travel the most. It's the one that's made the biggest impact on how I travel and what kind of good travel accessories look like for me. It's kind of set a new bar, right? And that's why for me, this is the Carry Awards champion for travel accessories, the 12 South Butterfly. So there you have it, our top 5 travel accessories. Which one do you think you would pick to improve your travel life? Thanks for checking in.